Hmm. What a wonderful world it could be if, like, uh, greedy people could be less greedy, um, and people could be less. I think greed is like the biggest problem because if you got a group of people that decide, look, like our value is like based on the size of our bank account, then you're going to have a bunch of people that decide that like hoarding wealth becomes like the best thing for them to do because it means their legacy is a big bank account when they die. So you got an issue there already. Like if your goal is to just be like a big number in an account, that when you're dead, what the hell does that matter? You know, like your wealth should be going to help some people that really can't help themselves. There's a lot of people out there like that. And why the hell shouldn't you take care of them? If we can, why not? You know, that's the way I see it. Hey, Ouija girl. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad you could make a live. Yeah, it's pretty inconsistent. Like, there's no schedule here. It's when something should be said, I guess, is, we pop on and say it. But Shanny had a video today, and I guess I get one now. Oh, man, that's rough. So, all right. My subject matter today is what you would probably call stuff that adults talk about, because it's having to do with our governing and the system that we have, which is supposed to be a representative republic. But I think most people have forgotten their civics book or something, and they keep calling it a democracy. But you can call it that if you want to, I guess, because the tenets of a democracy is basically, like debate. We should have a majority, and then the minority is always protected. That's in the republic too, but let's have it this way. We got democratic values. That's fine. Okay. I understand the nuance in splicing those things, but we're supposed to have a representative republic. And you got a constitution. You got this document, which you can't see shit right now because, well, there you go. Yeah, this is a pocket constitution. And that's the main reason I'm making the video. We have a problem because you will call it the party of Lincoln, okay? That's what we're going to call it, the party of Lincoln. We got an issue because there's this party and they have ours. It's Matt Gaetz R. I would prefer to have it Matt Gaetz V for vomit, because he makes me want to vomit. Ted Cruz V for vomit. Donald Trump V, and in parentheses, like a turd emoji, because he smells like makeup and shit. But the grand old party, the GOP. Mm-hmm. See, we got an issue here. Because that was the party of Lincoln, was supposed to be also the party of law and order and justice and you would say conservative values, whatever the hell that means now. But it was also the party of the Constitution. Now, there is a party called the Constitution Party, which is in itself a thing. But when you really thought about the party, the major party that talked about the Constitution, it was the Republican Party, because we don't want to lose our tradition of that document. And I would agree with that, which would be another reason that I would be a Republican. But now, since they've taken this script and basically, I don't know, burned it, and they're making a new script now, the Democratic Party is a party of war and law and order, because they're saying, well, you know, we're the party of that because we want to prosecute Trump for all these bad crimes that he did, which he should be. And we also have to go and go to Ukraine and do that and bomb people. And also we got to start launching some brand new, beautiful Middle East war with Yemen and Saudi Arabia and Israel doing what they're doing. Oh my God. You got the tinderbox. It's all on fire. And everybody's going, well, we know how to fix this shit. Putin never would have went into Ukraine, according to Trump, if he were president. Yeah, okay. When Vladimir is basically saying, look, that's my land. I'm going to take that shit back now because it's ours. Like, that's our land. And he has historical history book shit that says kind of, yeah, he's right. So how the hell does it have anything to do with anybody in Florida, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Alaska, fucking Hawaii? How does it have anything to do with our union? The outcome of something like Ukraine? Well, the answer to that is nothing. It does not impact you at all. You want to say that Putin is Hitler? I have got some land that I would like to sell you in New York City. We're talking about $2 billion property, okay? You put that in my Cash App and it's yours. And I'll get you the deed soon. The Constitution is much like a playbook. We need some type of structure to keep the system going. We have one foot hovering over the line towards chaos. Exactly. Yeah. That's right, Ouija girl. Yeah, you're right. It's a baseline. It's a lot like the Bible. Our document. Some people put it on the level of the Bible, and that's fine. Whatever you want to do with it. It's a good thing to be a baseline of how people should be viewed, i.e. that we're created equal under the Creator, and people have freedom. That's real simple, and there should be no questions about that type of stuff. But that's where we're at. We have the Republican Party now that's actually endorsing a guy that believes that he has every authority to just shred the Constitution at this point because the last election was stolen from him, quote unquote. That's what he says. So that means that if we don't have fair elections in this country, he has every right to rescind the rights in the Constitution. He has said it. Now, what do you do with someone like that? You completely remove them from the system. Did you know Darth Dawkins wants pit bulls dead? Who? He's not Darth Dawkins is whoa. I'm not going there with that. Too many people here in the USA from all over the world refusing to assimilate as Americans. Well, yeah, and it's also a nation of immigrants. There's a Gavin. We have a melting pot, and we pretty much always have. But you should speak English and stuff like that. So the Constitution Party, which I would call the Republican Party because historically, that's the party that was for defending the Constitution. Now you basically have the party, the head of the party, saying I could shred that whenever I want because the president has absolute immunity and authority to do whatever he wants, which has never, ever been the case in this country. We have a tricameral system, legislative, executive, and judicial branches of government, tricameral system, which is separation of powers and keeps people from being a dictator. That's the entire fucking point of the three tricameral system of our government, is to stop shit like that. You can't be president and order genocide because the judicial branch is outside of the executive branch and they are going to put your ass to an execution for doing genocide. That's it. See? You don't want a dictator. You never had a dictator. You don't want a dictator, ever. But now you have one party that's saying, you know what? Maybe we do want a dictator. Nope. Sorry. You no longer have the authority to say shit about anything in our system because you're saying our system no longer should be, which is a representative republic that you send people down to Washington, D.C. to say, I'm going to vote for that because it's good for my people. I'm going to vote against that because it's not good for my people. And I'm going to do everything I can to facilitate local governments getting more money from federal government, funnel into the system to get to the people. And you have good infrastructure. Roads aren't dog shit that you're breaking. You get hit a pothole and you rip your fucking tire apart. You got electricity that's running. You got water that's not filled with lead, poisoning black people deliberately in Flint, Michigan. Genocide, black genocide. Yeah, things like this should not be, but they are, because you have a system that is slowly being eroded, but now you have one party that's literally saying, no, we want authoritarians now. The rest of the people out here, this woke shit, we're done with that. We're not even going to discuss that anymore unless it's just Trump going, mama, I can't, you know, with the transgendered people trying to lift the weights, and he thinks it's hilarious, and then the crowd cheers for this. That's like his most popular thing that he does at speeches, is when he does this stupid little thing, with his little hands, you know, these little bitty hands he has. And he's going, oh, mama, I can't do it. We're dealing with literally a guy that's going into dementia. Like he's walking still, like he looks like he's pretty healthy and stuff like that. But when you get him up on that stage after a little while, he starts bumbling fucking around. And he's talking about Nancy Pelosi. He's saying Nikki Haley 15 times when he meant Nancy Pelosi, that he gave 10,000 troops to her to deploy and she never used them. So she was to blame for January 6th. Holy shit. Again and again and again and again. And now he goes, where? I had to put up, oh my God, folks, it's crazy. I don't even know the woman. 91 million. I don't even know the woman, folks. Boom, you're hit with another lawsuit now. And now she'll probably get $150 million on your ass. It's hilarious shit, and it's pathetic. Whose dementia's worse, Trump or Biden? Well, it's a good question, okay? All right? And there's people out there smarter than me in this shit that will tell you the difference. Biden is age. Yeah, he's old as shit. So his bumblefucking is age. Trump, he's doing different shit. He'll say the Constitution, or said, that's just an example. He hasn't done that, but I'm trying to think of an example of what he's done. One of the flub-ups. There's a difference between just regular age and dementia. There's a difference. And Trump shows the dementia one. He'll replace words and then sometimes just change a couple things at the end of a word. That's dementia. Anyway, I believe America should be taking care of each other first. Once the USA gets back on the feet, we can help others. I had to step over a dead guy on the way to work, probably overdose. That's horrible. See? Yeah. And that stuff's going on, and the border out of control. They had a chance to do something with the border. I don't know if the bill would have been good. I don't know what was in the bill, so I'm not even going to talk about the bill because everybody's saying, well, the Republicans can't talk about the border anymore because they had a chance to put a bill through that would have fixed the border and shut it down. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck else was in that bill. I haven't read it. If I took the time to read the whole bill and go, holy shit, this is a really conservative border deal, I'd be for it, but I don't know because I didn't take the time to read it, and I don't know anybody that has. So, if it was even available to read. But my party, the one that I got on my name, which is the R, they don't got a problem with shredding the Constitution now. So you're in real shit. At least the Democrats are still saying they pay lip service to the Constitution and say, no, it's a sacred thing that should not be shredded. I'm with them now. Like we got that to govern. Okay? America will never get in their feet until we unite. We are so far from that, I don't see it happening soon. Probably not, Oma. Yeah. Probably not. Mm-mm. And you got the race, like I see it, Charlie Manson was a prophet, man. He was just telling us, you better look out for this. It's coming for you hardcore. You're going to have a race dispute deal. A big one. Mm-hmm. You got a problem with police, too, where an entire people group feels persecuted by police and they're demonized. I'm not giving up. I don't know how. Well, that's good. Don't give up. Another civil war will happen really soon. I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see. But I mean, the MAGA people are just so far off the reservation of talking about anything that is really substantive. Okay, they want to talk about mainly either Trump and his legal issues or social issues like IVF for in vitro and abortion. You guys are you're not going to win elections anymore. You're just not. There's not enough MAGA to get you in. I do feel like a purge is going to happen this summer. Who knows? Okay?
Oh, when it gets hot, people get violent.
You don't know. Nobody knows. Yeah, we get to October. The October surprise. October surprise. That's always the time. Democrats and Republicans alike love an October surprise to guarantee them another win. The first purge we witnessed was COVID. Can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, I mean, wherever you're going to take where it came from and how it was released and all that, oh boy. Illegals are carrying guns here. I believe you. Yeah. The question is, how much of this is theater? And there's a way, way bigger picture. That's always what you got to think of, because they do this black hand thing, and I don't mean that racially. It's the hand within the glove, the velvet glove, and it's anonymous type. You know how Anonymous portrays themselves. You know, it's that same type of deal. You got CIA doing shit that's even against our own interests. And our currency is really getting screwed right now because I mean, what was it that Shanny and I was watching Chantal, and it's like dinar, it's like 4.5 dinar to $1, or like holy, $1 is, or four dinars to $1. What was it? 1 to 4. The dinar is worth 4.
1 dinar is worth $4.50.
That's what the hell.
Yeah, 1 dinar is almost worth $5, man.
Holy shit. Hello? Do you realize that's a huge sign that our currency, it should be 100 dinars to $1. Because we're supposed to have the petrodollar. No, they did it and didn't tell you. You don't got a petro. Why do you think the inflation's happening? I'm telling you right now. They didn't even tell us it happened. We don't got a petrodollar anymore because Putin said, fuck your dollar. China said, fuck your dollar. You're done. All that China needs to do is dump all of its dollars and it's over. You're paying $100 a gallon for gas. That's the truth. That's all you need. All you need is China to dump their U.S. treasuries. And it's over. You're not going to be able to live at all. Everybody's homeless and done. Okay? I'm getting 100%. Yeah, you guys get it. You do. So the question is, what the hell do we do? Because we got a rudderless fucking boat. Everything's going digital. Soon we won't have currency. I definitely see that. It's like you go to up to Comcast to pay your internet bill, which if you want to help us out, we need that paid for. You go to pay that, and they're like, cash? What the fuck is cash? Nobody pays cash anymore. Yeah. Huh? Cashless, man. And then you got Bitcoin, you got this shit. Yeah, we're going cashless society. We can't go digital. Basic internet is junk. Well, infrastructure is another deal. I mean, we should have fiber, literally, latest gen fiber everywhere for everybody. There's no reason why we can't fund that now when you're spending $150 billion in fucking Ukraine. Your dealer takes debit. That's great, Matt. Look what happened recently when many phone services went down. Yeah, I heard about that at the convenient. Somebody told me about that. Yeah, you got a rudder. There's no rudder on the fucking boat. Because both parties, I look at the one, I go, God, whatever. And I go to the other one and I go, holy shit. That would be the Republican Party. I go, holy fucking shit. Dealers take debit. That's hilarious. I mean, like the Democratic side, at least you could say there's somebody like Jamie Raskin, who's like real smart Constitution guy. Jared Maskowitz, who's like he's like got a lot of chutzpah and he's not dumb. You got people like that in the Democratic Party that aren't, they're just, you could tell, just politicians and pretty smart. You go to the Republican end and you got Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene. What the fuck? And Matt Gaetz, who brags on the floor of Congress about snorting ED medication and fucking 17-year-old girls all night? Scrolling through his phone. Hey, dude, look at that. Yeah, man, look at that one. Holy shit, that was a great angle. You see that? That's what I did. Look at this. 17, huh? All right, welcome to Rome. Welcome. We're not into, like, just open on the floor of Senate with, like, 8-year-old kids yet. But I give it a couple of years. We'll see where that goes. I'm telling you right now, it is Rome. And it's just slated for judgment. Okay? There's absolutely no doubt about that. For the past 4 weeks, my Bible's been on Revelation 11:12, the pages, the 2 witnesses. They're just going to go tell Bibi Netanyahu that he's a fucking murderer and there's no king in the Israel. You're disqualified if you support this guy from heaven. Okay? He is literally just bombing babies. And yeah, what happened on October 8th? You really want to talk about that? Okay?
It was awful. It was horrible.
No, there's no words for how disgusting and horrific and hell-like that was. But it was paid for by the Israeli government. What? Oh, they made it their 9/11. They say October 7th is Israel's 9/11. It's exactly like 9/11, ain't it? Bought and paid for by Death Incorporated, i.e., your fucking governments. It's literally like a carpenter making a house and he slams his own foot with his fucking mallet and then takes you to court for $50,000. I got injured on the job. Yeah, you're the stupid fuck that hit your own fucking, that's your deal. How can you can't hold that against me. My house didn't cause you to smack your own foot and break every bone in it. You did that. That's what we do. The governments, not the people, the governments. I don't know what they juiced Biden up during this. He's crashing hard at the end. I don't know. I didn't see the whole speech. What I did see was probably, of all the State of the Unions I've seen in my life, one of the better ones. I think he didn't look, folks. He didn't look that way. He did, like in 26 or 2020, whatever it was, when he was talking about fucking corn pop. Like he looked dementia out. Like he was just literally having flashbacks to when he was like 28 and he was a lifeguard with hairy legs and it was blonde hairs because he was in the sun. Like he was literally having a dementia time when he goes back in his mind to that. He didn't look that way at all. He looked like, you know what? I think I can do this for another fucking 4 years. You know, he looked pretty with it. And his speech was powerful. He really, whatever it was, I bet he sniffed it. Sniffed what? Look. Stimulants with old people. They're old. You know, he needs something a little stronger than a Geritol. He needs maybe Trump's like on Sudafed all the time. He's rocking the Sudafed. He'll take the Sudafed and sniff it right up, I bet. Yeah, probably. Donald used to be a cokehead. I didn't know that. But apparently he was so bad with it that he needed to get rhinoplasty on his sinus because it was collapsed from cocaine use. I didn't know that. I thought that Donald was like anti-drug and alcohol. He just didn't do. Mm-hmm. That was not the case. He was big-time cokehead. This is real rough stuff. There's no rudder on our fucking ship. And if you want to have a government, like at this point, just try, I don't know, maybe we should try anarchy.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know. This system, you got predatory tax system where they're just taking your shit. And it's like, what? You can tell Donald's a burnout. Yeah, I guess so. You could tell Donald's a burnout.
He's always sniffing.
Well, that's the hiss, man. That's
his hiss.
He's got that snake. You can call me Lucian. Loosen it up. I've known you for 30 years. Yeah, okay, that's what. No, you could call me Lucifer because one of his campaign songs is Sympathy for the Devil. Viva la Revolution. Yeah, at this point, it's Johnny Silverhand. Just burn the city down because there's not, look, the system, it's just, there's so many inherent just, and how do you change? It's just built-in corruption. They keep the racist stuff going so he stay divided. That's definite. Yep. Hi, sincerely, Sarah. We have a South Park this election, a douche or a turd sandwich. That's it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like and they refuse to offer anything but this. And if anybody questions that, then we can't talk to you. It's like, okay, Bernie Sanders probably 10 times over should have had the Democratic nomination 50 times over, because people actually are like, dude, like he's like saying something. And he like knows what he's talking about. How about that way? And they just go no. The Democrats go no and screw them. Burn to the ground and rebuild. That's it. Tell Shanny hi. I hear over there. I hope you're doing well. That's
Hi.
Hi, Oma.
Hi, Oma.
Yeah. How are we doing? We're doing all right, Sarah. We're all right. We're always in need of money, and I hate bringing that shit up. But if anybody wants to Cash App, it's at ASMR Gaming, all cap, or cash
under Sherry Wood.
Yeah, it's Sherry Wood, and it's at ASMR Gaming, or hashtag ASMR Gaming. Sorry, that's us.
You want to put it in the thing?
Not really,
well,
but I will.
Okay. It helps people.
I know.
Oh.
Okay, that's our Cash App. And our Venmo is this, if you want Venmo. But I only do this because, yeah, we're like constantly in need. And if you can, that's wonderful. If you can't, we love you anyway. It doesn't matter. It's just if you feel like it, you know. I can understand the times are rough. I wish I could help. No, it's fine. Don't worry about that. It's just something when, you know, you ask how we're doing, and that's the need. It's just there's always something that I haven't paid and I need to pay, and I'm on a pay plan or some shit like that. There's always something. Fucking living. But you really want it. It's God. You got to get right with God. Because this shit is just, I don't see solutions, man. If we get another 50 years, I don't know what America looks like. I feel you, Jason. My mother-in-law just passed, and unfortunately, her insurance lapsed. So he struggled to get everything paid. Oh, my God, yeah. Luckily, when my mom passed, her was not lapsed, and it was like $50,000 extra dollars. It's insane. Right, I completely understand. I hate people that have to live this way. Yeah, it's wrong, you know, and your food stamps don't go far. They just can't with the prices out there. If you want to drink a soda, you're paying $3.70 for a fucking 2-liter of soda.
It's not right.
That's insane. And they say Inflation Reduction Act. Oh, wow, it did so much. Maybe you knocked 10 cents off gas, 5 cents for a week. We gotta get credit for that. Whatever, man. Okay? That's putting a Band-Aid on a fucking cut jugular. For real. And, oh, the gas is going down. Yeah, because you release the reserves, and that's good for maybe a month, and then it goes back. Same thing here. My mom passed 3 weeks ago, died 4 days before her life insurance matured, 2-year waiting period. Jeez. Yeah. They're going to do that with everybody now because they all want their money in their bank account, not for what the actual purpose of paying people that lost someone. More scamming. Hey, Becca. Hi, Reverend. How's Gavin and Watermelon? They are real good. They're happy here. Like, Gavin loves this place. Hi, Chubby Moon. Or Chibiusa. I'm sorry. I think Chubbyusa. Yeah, Chantal. That's Biden's American for you. Lots of people feel that way. Okay? I don't know a single person out here in real life in my area, and it's really his hometown, that supports him. Not one person. Not one. That's pretty crazy. But how could you be for the other guy? And I don't think they're for him. A lot of them aren't. Some are. I hear people are for Trump. I don't hear anybody for Biden. We shouldn't have to pay for anything that's needed in life. Food, utility, funerals, etc. I agree with that. And health care is a right. It's not a privilege. Health care is a right. It should be paid for, no question. If you can't, then that's why we pay taxes. For people that can't.
I'd rather put those tax money to death.
It's crap.
And giving more money to fucking billionaires.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's why you burn the fucker down. Because it's not taking care of people. You got a predatory government, predatory system. It no longer serves the people. It's on the person's back. That's when you have to do something. You have to change this shit. And it's been this way a long time with tax code. It's predatory tax system for everyone. But the super rich can manipulate it because they got great accountants. Basic needs are right. Women's tampons, breast pumps, diapers, yes. All of that should be paid for on a card. Call it Social Security Life card for women. And males, I don't know, we're guys.
Condoms.
Here's some condom money. Everything's expensive these days. That's right, Becca. You better believe it. And they want to say it's getting better and the economy's actually good. Oh, look at the numbers. The GDP's up. The fucking stock market's flying. Yeah, rich get richer. Yeah, cool. That's always happening. Rich get richer. Now they need to pay a little more. They should be. I'm not socialist in thinking, but I'm getting there. That's for anarcho-communism. You know, your work is your currency. Labor Party of America. Yeah, I'd be on a blacklist for saying that, but I don't want abused workers, and capitalism has created abused workers. There's just no question about that. You'd exploit your labor for nothing. You pay them literally shit. The level of the pay out there is you can write it off on a tax thing. It's so little money they're giving employees. We don't even need to pay for our pay anymore because we could just write it off on our taxes. That's how little they pay people in real labor jobs. Okay? It's dog shit. And no one should stand for it. But people are too wrapped up in their life that if they don't make the fucking mortgage payment in the next week, they're done. They're out. Their family has nowhere to be. And they can't focus on anything aside from next week, I pay this or I'm done. A slave system. You're slaves and cogs in a wheel. A real big fucking beast. I don't know what our economy's supposed to be. It's something like 100 and... or it might be multiple hundreds of trillions of dollar economy that we're supposed to have. Hey, can we invest a little bit, say about, I don't know, 14 trillion and pay off the debt? Who do we owe this debt to, by the way? Oh, yeah, it's international bankers. Forgot. Who the hell are they? Now you're asking a question.
Jason.
Everyone must is a paycheck away from being homeless, pretty much. Unless you're fucking Elon Musk or Gates or whatever.
Sorry, I just don't want to see any men in black showing up at the house.
Well, you're just asking questions. Who do we owe a debt to? Well,
yeah, well, those questions, people tend to show up.
That might be a question. But we'll move on.
Thank you.
I feel like Jack Nicholson. You should be asking questions, folks.
Watch a social worker come over to check things out.
That's fine. I'll be nice.
Because the people are asking questions.
I'll be nice.
Alright.
We don't need to worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing, you know, Ted Cruz, he'll say, it's a sacred document, the Constitution. Okay, well, how about this, Ted? You got Trump saying it's fine to shred it. Because there's no fair elections. We should just shred it. What do you think, Ted? How do you believe? You're supposed to be a constitutional lawyer, right? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be a constitutional scholar, lawyer. Can you still support Trump after that? Sure you can, because you use your tongue to wash his fucking ball
sack. He took an oath to the Constitution.
I like Donald Trump because he made me grow a beard and act like a man. Before Donald Trump was on the scene in politics, you just, well, I'm just going to be like a, just, I don't know, Eddie Haskell. Like, I don't know. The Munsters kid. Many of my American friends want to move here because things are so bad and getting worse. I'd love it because I miss them. Where are you at? Nina. Yeah. Yeah. There's no... It's rudderless. The ship is rudderless. There's really no good leadership. There's some people that you can hear them speak for a little bit and go, okay, that you might be on the slate to be some kind of leader. You're in Finland. Okay, cool. Back to work. I need that penny. Yeah. See you later, Ouija girl. It's nice talking to you. Yo, what's the deal? Later. What is the deal? The party is now, it's so ridiculous. It's just so, oh my God. I got to get on Fox News tonight. So I'm going to go up there and I'm going to say, all right, this last election in 2020, there's lots of questions. And there was this, this satellite that went over New Jersey. And yeah, it had Russian, Chinese, and Venezuelan programming on it. And it beamed right down into this one precinct in New Jersey, and it switched every vote over to Biden. Then that same satellite was on orbit over Pittsburgh. You can trace this all on the radar. And it was a Venezuelan ghost satellite. Hugo Chavez from hell was controlling it and steering it strategically over every district that Trump was winning. And he switched the numbers from the afterlife from Trump to Biden.
That's insane.
This is what it is. And once again, if you believe that, I have real estate in New York City. Preem. It's the best. Trump likes his stuff in Manhattan. You have no idea. I got the best. I just... 1 million in my account. You'll have some nice land, see? Come on. You got people spouting shit like that, there's something real wrong. Something's not right. And it really has felt like a controlled demolition of the Republican Party to me. Trump was a... it's like injecting bad blood into your body. And it corrupted the entire system of the... And I didn't even like I was not a Republican, okay?
He's like Neo, but opposite.
Mm-hmm.
He's like anti-Neo.
He's like, yeah. He's like Cypher. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm awake, but I just rather really fuck other people over, so I'm going to do this. The Constitution was written so long ago, and it no longer fits Americans' interests, just as everything else needs to be revised. I don't agree with that. I'll never agree with you there, sorry. I think it had intentions that were meant to be forever, and the basic human rights. It's a human right document. It should not be revised, but that's just my view. I'm an originalist, and I believe that the intent that they write of was, unless stated otherwise, was for everyone, forever. It's just good. It's good governing, and that doesn't change. Those type of things don't change. Law and order and justice don't change. That's why good judges don't interpret the Constitution. or the law. They don't interpret it. That's for the legislative branch. They enforce the law. They put an order down that is lawful, and they could go to precedent, to other case precedent, and say this happened here and this is what should happen here because that's the law. That's what a judge does. That's what they're supposed to do. If you want to write law, you should be in the legislative branch, over in the House, along with Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz. You should be over there. Can you believe that those people are in the halls that are supposed to be writing laws for us? George Santos, who lied about everything, he's out now, but that guy, he literally lied about everything in his life, and he got elected to be a lawmaker, and he knows nothing about law. We now have been conditioned to have electric, water, air conditioning, etc. That's a basic human rights. I totally agree with you there. They don't give us basic human rights. I mean, you have the authority to walk on the street and breathe, but they're even wanting to eliminate that. Homeless people, they want to make illegal almost, okay? This is turning into Sodom and Gomorrah. It really is. There's no compassion, and it's like, well, you're not making money? What the fuck are you doing in America then? Yeah, some Americans might not feel like making money, so they go and live the life of a vagrant. What, that's illegal? Yeah, I really believe a lot of conservatives, particularly, would love to make homelessness illegal. What do? You toss all the homeless people in fucking jail. Isn't that nice? Maybe they wanted a lot of them because they just get meals, and I think that's fine. If you're a homeless person and you're starving, nobody's being charitable to you, fucking try and steal a candy bar and go, hey, look, I'm not paying for this, and run out and get arrested for petty theft and get a meal, you know? Yeah, do it if you have to. Do what you have to get fed, because you're going to die, you know? There's no way that should be a thing. There should be 24/7 soup kitchens. Well, you can't tell me that we couldn't fund this type of stuff with the taxes that we take in. There should be 24/7 in every city, every major city certainly. Government-run food service. That if you're homeless, dying on the street, okay, man, I took this homelessness too fucking far. I'm going to die. I have to have a meal. And you can't knock on a door. Nobody's opening their doors to you to give you a piece of fucking bread or a loaf of bread. You're going to die. They're absolutely in every single town in this country. A 24/7 soup kitchen. You go in, you get a hot pot of soup with some beans and maybe even beef in it. Just pottage with a piece of bread. And fuck, even a Gatorade. Come on, why not? Yes. You tell me why there isn't a program that already exists that's run since 1850 in this country that does that every day. There is kind of the Catholic Church. They've done their best. They do it. Soup kitchens. And I think they pretty much don't close in a place like New York City. I don't know that. I would think in New York they would have 24-hour place that a person, a vagrant, could go into and say, look, I'm going to fucking die. Could you help me out? I don't know. And hospitals, that would be a place of hospitals, right? They fucking throw you out. What's your health condition? My knee really fucking hurts or whatever. You're fine. Get out. No hospitality in that, is there? Food not good. What? There was a college student on TikTok, and he was explaining how history is the bottom floor of the skyscraper of history. If we eliminate history, we lose the structure. Yeah, that's true. Food not good. What the fuck? Sorry about that. Not for human, just like jails and prisons. Yeah, I mean, we could certainly improve jail food, I guess.
I think we should.
It's incentive to Yeah, but then you see, you go the other route, which is like, Europe now, and they're like, we're going to give our prisoners PS4s and shit. What?
Something to keep their mind going
Okay.
while they're waiting.
A socialist prison system. I don't know.
Hey.
If it works for them, fine. And it probably would work better for us, too. But you got a rudderless ship in America. The Constitution, you got the party of the Constitution say that we like Viktor Orban, who's a tin pot dictator over in Europe, Hungary. We like Putin, whatever. I don't think Putin is an enigma wrapped in mystery to me. I think he's probably not a warmongering piece of shit like everybody wants to make him out to be.
I think of him more like an anti-hero.
Yeah, but in reality, then you're calling him a villain.
Well, he has his own thing going.
Because anti-heroes in general you call villains. He wants the USSR back. Right now is the time to start gardening in most areas if you still want to do so. Yeah, probably. The planet's fucked up. You got the bees dying. The planet is dying. You got hypoxic, no oxygen water. You got all these different species dying off. And it just feels like planet Earth is wrapping up. I don't know any other way to think about it. It's the worst of times and best of times because there's a lot of people getting even more freedom because of Bitcoin and stuff like that and currencies that they're making people really rich. So there's a lot of people and the era of social media. If you're a cute girl, all you need to do is make a fucking TikTok and you'll probably be a millionaire in a year. If you're consistently do the videos of just the butt bouncing and dancing and shit like that and do the little cute kawaii thing, millionaire. Pretty quick. That's awesome. And it's real money. It's not fake money. It's going right into their PayPals or Cash App or whatever. And they are literally, they can live like queens. They just go and live in a hotel that's $500 a night, $800,000 a night hotel. And they just do their little TikToks in a hotel room. And they're making $5 million a year. And they're like 20. Wow. That's... Because they're safe. They could be safe. See? That's beautiful. And it's awesome. You just start a TikTok with a free Biden phone. And you bring yourself out of poverty in a year. You're a millionaire. Just by little TikTok videos. What? Yeah. So it's the best of times and worst of times. But the leadership is non-existent. And I don't know what the fuck happens with that. God bless you guys. If you want to help us out, I put the PayPal there. Well, if you want to help out the Kit Kats, we have a PayPal account. If you want to help out the Kit Kats, PayPal at Gavin Kit Kats. If you want to help Kit Kats, we'll use it for like Kit Kat food and stuff. You put in Gavin Kit Kats, okay? Aside from us like emergency needing money or something, we will absolutely get Gavin Kit Kat and watermelon Kit Kat food. So our new PayPal is at Gavin Kit Kats, and it's KATZ. KITKATZ. Gavin Kit Kats. PayPal. God bless you. You got to pray that Jesus come back, because the way the leaders, there is none. So, we need the real guy to come and fix this shit.